connected.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm out just for a little spin, and kind of the question today is the 2021 Honda CRF300L for you? It's not for everybody, just like the CRF250L is not for everybody, but this may appeal to a broader class because it's like the 250L, but you got better gearing, better power. The power is definitely a lot better. It is a totally redesigned bike, of course. So the geometry is different. It sits different, feels different, and definitely you notice a difference in the power. It's a huge difference in power. Now it's not a 450L by no means, but it is a lot better than the 250L was as far as power. And it's still got the same build quality as the 250L. So you don't have to worry about sacrificing the longevity or the maintenance. It's still got the 8,000 mile oil change. So the bike is going to hold up. You know, it's going to last just like the 250L, but a little more power. So should you go from a 250L and upgrade, or if you're starting to buy a new one, should you buy a 300L or buy an older 250L? It's kind of the decision you got to make. We're going to take off here and go for a little ride. So this bike is, like I said, it's a lot different than the 250L in ways, and in a lot of ways, it's like the 250L. If you're familiar with the 250L and you've rode one for a while, then you're going to feel similarities. But when you first get on it, you're going to notice that it's different. It's different as far as the looks. The seating's a little bit different. It's still a wonderful bike. I like it so much better already. I still kept my 250L. So the question is the bike for you? If you're a guy that, especially if you're new, that's one of the #1 things, people starting out on a new bike. This is a little better option actually than the 250L, because if you're new to riding, the road closed, and the road is closed. So if you're new to riding, and you're wanting to get a new bike, the 250L, some people buy it and then they think that maybe it's not enough power, a little more power would be better for them. So that's the nice part about the 300 is, it's like buying a 250L, except for it's got that more power that you've been wanting. Instead of being, you know, the 250L is a great bike, but there's a lot of people, like I said, that they want just more power, but they don't want a 450L. You know, a 450L is actually a full-blown race bike, pretty much, with turn signals on it. This is still a low-maintenance bike. It's going to last a long time. You probably never actually wear the thing out, unless you're super extreme. And the seating is good. It's all comfortable. It gets, you can see here, I'm getting 72 miles to the gallon average. So super mileage. The gearing is spot on. They've lowered the gear, they've made the gearing closer together on this bike, where it's 1 through 5 is shorter shifting because they're closer together. Than 6th gear, they've raised it, so it's better on the road. So this bike is a lot better on the road. I can tell a big difference in 6th gear over the 250L. The bike is low maintenance. If you're wanting a bike that's low maintenance and low cost maintenance, this is it, because there's so many parts out there for this bike and so many upgrades you can do. The oil changes don't cost nothing. It takes a couple quarts of oil and a filter. You can do it yourself. The chain is simple. It's not even a high price chain on this bike. The tires are not expensive. So all the maintenance on this bike is really cheap. If you jump from this and you go into an adventure bike, then you're talking some big bucks. For some reason, manufacturers, when they make aftermarket parts for adventure bike, they take that adventure name and they double the price because of that name. I know this one I had the African Twin. Everything's twice as much, it seems like, for an adventure bike. So a dual sport is something that you can buy. You can cruise it uptown, you can go back roads, you can run it down the highway. So the CRF300L is a bike that you can buy. It don't cost you hardly anything to maintain it. It gets super gas mileage, 8,000 miles in the oil change. You can take this thing, ride it through town. It's a great commuter. It's great on the dirt roads. It's just a super bike. You want to go trail riding on fire trails. The bike pretty much suits everybody that just wants to get out and have adventure, enjoy life. And if you've never owned a bike before, when you straddle your leg over the CRF300L and take off, you're going to be happy because the bike is really, really nice. The ergonomics of this bike is super sweet. It just fits perfect. And with the 72 miles to the gallon average on fuel, I'm telling you, you can take this bike and ride it a long time. It's only holds 2 gallons of gas, but you're talking 140 miles. I usually fill mine up when it gets down to about now. It's down to half on the gauge, and I usually put gas in it about then, so it hardly takes anything for gas. One of the other great things about this bike is the price, and especially if you bought where I bought it, was Honda the Ozarks in Springfield, Missouri. It's $49.99. I believe it was $58 out the door. For $58 out the door for a good motorcycle that's going to last you your lifetime and trouble-free. Very low maintenance, super gas mileage, on and off-road. You get the best of both worlds. Now, as far as upgrades, there's a few things it does need. This bike does not come with a skid plate. That would be one of my #1 priorities if you're going to ride back roads, dirt roads. You don't want rocks kicking up and hitting the engine case. Another upgrade would be, a good one would be the seat. Upgrade the seat and the skid plate, and you're going to be in good shape on this bike to go a long time and never have problems. And with the seat concept seat, you're going to have lots of good comfort. So take it from me, as I said, because I've owned these bikes since 2014, actually 2013 when I bought my first one. This is my 3rd bike as far as the small dual sports. I've owned other dual sports, but I owned a 2014 250L. I owned a 2018 250L. And then I've owned the 2021 now, CRF300L. So thank you guys for watching. Comment below. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel, click the thumbs up, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Ride on.